welcome back to Hopok. Today we are going to be reviewing the Celestial Toymaker. Now, this is my first Lost story in a while. It's my first Lost story in... Well, when I say Lost story, I don't mean like animation. I mean telesnaps, because let's be honest now, the telesnaps are fucking awful. They really are. But at the same time, like, you know, if you want to watch some Who stories, you have to suffer with them. You just have to. But yeah, I like this. It was a bit of a nightmare to watch because I had to watch the first 3 episodes in telesnaps, which, if you do not know, telesnaps are, for some things, mainly Doctor Who. I've not really seen it used outside of Doctor Who, which is weird. But it's basically people at the time of recording taking pictures of the television screen to preserve it. Which is pretty fucking weird when you think about it. Like, can you imagine, like, especially in the 60s, someone just sat there taking pictures of the screen. It's like, oh, why are you doing that? It's like, because Doctor Who. Like, huh? Especially when it's like Marco Polo, which has telesnaps. Now you might think, why would Marco Polo be weird? Well, it's like, Marco Polo is one of the first stories. The fourth overall. Like, Doctor Who wasn't even popular back then. I mean, it was, but like, because of the Daleks, but like, it was only just starting to get popular. It's weird, but I'd love to know the context behind all. If you do want, obviously I can't give you a proper rundown of telesnaps, but if you do want a proper rundown of them, I highly recommend Josh Snares' documentary on them. He's done 2 documentaries on them. He's done just documentaries on the lost stories themselves, where they could possibly be, and he's done another more recent documentary on the lost stories that we have back, how they came back, which is quite interesting. They're both great. Yeah. Celestial Toymaker. Now, what a coincidence, I've done, well, depending on when this goes out, both my most recent Doctor Who reviews for my channel are Toymaker related. He's just one of my favourite villains. Now, I had saw episode 4 previously, but I was just, I don't know why, I was just sat here and was like, I kind of want to watch some Lost stories. I just was like, why not? So I found them online, Daily Motion, they're on there, and I found the first 3 episodes. I was like, you know what, why not? I'll watch the 3 episodes, see how it goes. Now, since the Toymaker has a bit of a reputation, the story itself has a reputation for being a bit naff. But I actually really fucking loved it. Okay, some parts dragged in places, but otherwise, like, yeah. Like, I'd sometimes pause it to go to the toilet or something, or pause it to get a drink, and I'd be like, Jesus Christ, I'm halfway through the episode already, like, yeah, it kind of flew by, and a lot of people say it drags. I liked it. But yeah. Well, I usually give the premise. I should give the premise. Basically, the premise is the Doctor, Stephen, and Dodo wake up feeling things a bit off. The Doctor's gone, so they then leave the TARDIS. Turns out they're in the middle of a toy house, a doll's house. Things seem very strange. Then he appears. Doctor. The Celestial Toymaker. And now I might say, Michael Goff, or Michael Go, I don't know, I've never known how to pronounce his name. He's such a wonderful actor. If you know me, you know he's one of my favourite actors. He was, if you don't know Michael Go, you will know if you recognise Michael Go, you will most likely recognise him as Alfred from the Batman Tim Burton films. And he's fantastic in that. I remember, because Alfred's in that, You know, if you know me, again, if you know me, I know you know I love DC. And I remember just thinking, watching. I think it was just after I watched the fourth episode, and I was just sitting there going, "He looks familiar." I looked up, and then my poor partner had to sit there as I was absolutely just screaming, going, "Oh my god, Alfred is a celestial Toymaker!" um, but yeah, Michael Goff does make a further appearance in the series in what's it called Arc of Infinity. Sorry, I had to look at my who shuffle. Like, it's one of them. Yeah, he does make a further appearance in Arc of Infinity as Counselor Hedden, which is awesome. But anyway, yeah, Stephen and Dodo wake up. Things are a bit off. Doctor's gone. Step out the TARDIS, and then the celestial Toymaker appears. Doctor, and he basically tells them, "You must play the game to win," and makes their TARDIS deal vanish, and they have to play. Well, they have to play the games to win. I can't remember the episodes. I can't remember the episode names to save my life. But episode 1, the Doctor's taken over to a trilogic game, which is basically like your typical get these things here without repeating the pattern, that sort of thing. There's like 3 spaces. The Doctor has to move the blocks from one point to the other, but he cannot repeat them. He can't repeat them, and he can't make things go higher than they're supposed to be. Put it like they're numbered, so he has to get them like 8 to 1. But you can't put like a 1 next to the 8. Like, you can't put a lower number above a higher number. You know what I mean? No. Yes, you know what I mean. You can't put a higher number above a lower number. It has to be 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Yeah. But yeah. And then the first game, well, that's him for the whole story. William Hartnell went on holiday mid through this story, so he's barely in it. He's only in the first part, and in the fourth part, and makes like one brief mention in the second part. So the first game they play is Blind Man's Bluff. They meet some clowns, and they have to be blindfolded and do an obstacle course. Second game each episode is a different game. First episode is that. Second episode is there's chairs. There's like a row of chairs. 6 of the chairs. There's 6 chairs. 5 of them are bad. 1 of them's good. Figure out the right one. Third game is weird. It's not strictly one game. It's 2 games in one, that sort of thing. This episode dragged, I'm not gonna lie. Because the first part is find the key to get to the dancing floor. Then when you get the key, you go to the dancing floor, then you go to the dancing floor, there's a bunch of ballerinas on space, and you have to get past the ballerinas. Which sounds easy, however, when you step onto the platform that they're on, you're forced to dance. And they'll go over and like grab you, and you have to figure it, logically put it out so you can get past. This episode dragged. And then the fourth episode, which does survive, we do have footage of this, but the rest of the snaps. The fourth episode, they meet with not Billy Bunter at all, and they have to basically snakes and ladders. It's basically just snakes and ladders. They have to get through the thing. They have to roll the dice, move the spaces if you get the right number. Also, the floor is electrified. So yeah, it's like snakes and ladders, but it's like snakes and ladders, but the floor is lava. Yeah, this was fun. A lot of people say it's shit. I really enjoyed it. Shoot me. But yeah, it's a real crime that the Celestial Toymaker has only shown up, 3 or 4 times? This, Solitaire, which I did review, and the name escapes me, but it's a Blackpool one. He needs to appear more. And what really annoys me is this story literally ends with the Doctor saying, Dodo saying, "Oh, so we're done with him, aren't we? He will not see him again. He's done." And the Doctor just looking over into the distance, going, "I wouldn't say that, child. He's immortal. He could show up at any time. I doubt this is the last time I've seen of him." But just like, they're clearly setting up for his return, and then we never see it on screen. Hell, we don't even see it till what, like 40 years later? It's mental! Mental! And before you guess, yes, I know the Blackpool episode was supposed to air in the 80s, but they fired Colin Baker, but still! 40 years! And since then he's only appeared two more times. It's mental! Maybe it's because people didn't really like the story, which I'm guessing is what happened. Maybe, but I don't know. Yeah. But yes, this episode also directly leans into the Gunfighters, which again I have seen, and I just want to say Johnny Ringo, because Cyril, not Billy Bunter, hands them some sweets. It's never really explained why. Steven says, "Oh, it's probably just a trick," but it's never actually explained. It's probably a trick, but more likely. And then the Doctor eats one and gets toothache, and that leads for them looking for a dentist, which leads to the Gunfighters, which casually leads into the massacre of Doc Holliday. Because, of course it does. Yeah, this story was pretty good. And before anyone says, yes, I do know this story was intended to be a regeneration story of sorts. The director, or at least the showrunner, and William Hartnell had a lot of clashes over scripts, what to do with the stories, and so the showrunner basically just told William Hartnell to do one, and was going to fire him. And when the Doctor turns invisible and William Hartnell goes on holiday, the intention was, when, as part of the Toymaker's tricks, when the Doctor returns, he's played by a different person. Which is weird. But yeah, William Hartnell, actually, you know what's kind of funny as well? The showrunner wanted to get rid of William Hartnell, but kind of the opposite happened. William Hartnell came back and then the producer left. But yeah, this was good. Have you seen it? Answer in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And have a good one.